Hi, this is Jeline from the Honors Tutorial. Welcome to our topic, which is about factoring sum and difference of two cubes. This is under Mathematics 8. We have here our pattern, which is x cube plus y cube equals the quantity of x plus y times the quantity of x squared minus xy plus y squared. So this is your given x cube plus y cube. So therefore, your answer should be the quantity of x plus y times the quantity of x squared minus xy plus y squared. So let's have our first example regarding this, and that's d cube plus 8. Let's write our solution here below. Let me just write the word solution. And then I will just copy the given. That's d cube plus 8. And then we have to get the cube root of d cube and the cube root of 8. Please do not mind this operation in between them, which is addition. So for us to determine the cube root of d cube, you have to divide this index, which is 3, to your exponent, which is 3 also. So 3 divided by 3, that is equal to 1. So we have here d raised to 1, or you can just write it as d only. It is better if you have d only. Next, for 8, cube root of 8. So think of a number that when you raise to 3 is equal to 8, and that is 2. Because 2 cube is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 2, that's 8. So now we will be getting the base, and that's positive 2. So this is 2. So D will be your X, 2 will be your Y. Now, this is the time to substitute in our formula. Let's do it. So I will just rewrite the formula. So that's the quantity of X plus Y times the quantity of X squared minus XY plus Y squared. And then what is X? That is D. So we will be writing d here plus y, that's 2. And then continue. What is x? That is d. So we have here d squared. Don't forget the exponent. Then copy the operation, which is subtraction. Please do not replace this with any operation, just subtraction. So minus. Minus x, that's d again, times y, your y is 2, so therefore times 2. Plus y again, that's 2. So that's 2 squared. Then let's solve. So for d plus 2, no worries about it because we just need to copy d plus 2. And then d raised to 2 is equal to d raised to 2 because our exponent of d is 1, you have to multiply it to the exponent which is outside the parenthesis. So that's 1 times 2 is 2. Minus d times 2 is 2d. Do not write d2 because in our rule in algebra, when you are writing constant and variables together, multiplying them together, then for your product, you should write the numerical coefficient first before the letter itself or the variable. Plus 2 raised to 2, that's 4. So therefore, this is the final answer. The factors of d cubed plus 8 is the quantity of d plus 2 times the quantity of d squared minus 2d plus 4. Next, another. Same pattern. X cubed plus y cubed equals the quantity of x plus y times the quantity of x squared minus xy plus y squared. So the example is 27c cubed plus 64d cubed. Solution. I want you to copy the given first. So we have here 27 c cube plus 64 d cube. Next, you have to get the cube root of each term. So cube root of this. So let's have 27 first. You have to think of a number that when you raise to 3 is equal to 27. And that is 3 because 3 raised to 3 is equal to 3 times 3 times 3. Your exponent is telling your base how many times are you going to multiply it to itself, and that is thrice. So that's why we have here 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9 times 3, that's 27. So for us to answer the cube root of 27, we have to get the base, and that's 3. And then for c cube, you have to divide the index and the exponent. So 3 divided by 3, that's 1. So c raised to 1. You have the option if you're going to write c raised to 1 or c only. But my suggestion for you is to use c. Because when your exponent is equal to 1, automatically it should be written as c only. Let 1, your exponent, be invisible. Next. And don't forget, this will be the value of your x. So let's label it here. And then don't mind this, the operation. Just proceed with the cube root of 64d cube. Same process. I want you to think of a number that when you raise to 3 is equal to 64. And that is equal to 4. Because 4 raised to 3 meaning 4 times 4 times 4 is equal to 64. Why? 4 times 4, 16 times 4, that's 64. So we are going to get the base. So 64 cube is 4. How about d cube? Just divide the index to the exponent. So 3 divided by 3, that's 1. It is your choice to write d raised to 1 or d. But again, my suggestion is to use 4d only, not d raised to 1. Because if your exponent is 1, you have to let it be as invisible number. So therefore, this is the value of our x. So the next thing that we have to do is to substitute the values that we have in our pattern. So let's do it. Copy the pattern first. That's the quantity of x plus y times the quantity of x squared minus xy plus y squared. Let's continue. So what's the value of your x? That is 3c. So we have 3c here plus value of your y, that's 4d. And then let's continue substituting. For x, that is 3c. So 3c squared minus x again, that's 3c still, times y, that's 4d. Plus y again, that's 4d. Don't forget to raise it to 2. And then, after that, just copy 3c plus 4d. And then, raise 3c to 2. So that's 3 squared. 3 squared meaning 3 times 3, that's 9. And then c raised to 2 is c squared minus 4 times 3, 12. C times d, cd. Write it alphabetically, don't forget that. Plus 4 squared, that's 16. D squared, that's d squared. And that's it. This is the factors of 27c cubed plus 64d cubed. And it is the quantity of 3c plus 4d times the quantity of 9c squared minus 12cd plus 16d squared. And that's it for our topic. This is the part 1 only of the topic. I want you to watch the part 2 of it so that you will gain a lot of knowledge. If you have questions, clarifications, or inquiries about us, Message our FB page, The Honors Tutorial. Thank you and God bless.